I'm yet again giving you access to my infinite wisdom. Ask what you will. This changes every day. If I'm in a mood to rock, blood on the drums. If I'm in a mood to chill, endless wave. If I'm in a mood to think about ex-lover for some sad reason, which I probably should avoid, shouldn't do that too often, it would be Stretch Your Heart. The whole thing about the title is it's a metaphor for the last, my whole life in music. And obviously there's the physicality of the drums, but it's more about the emotional willingness to give everything I got to my music, my performances, and you feel me? For me, it's just barrier after barrier after barrier. All barriers with songwriting can be broken through relaxation, and the relaxed brain waves conjure up the subconscious mind to kind of let go of what you want to write about more fluidly. If you think so hard about what you're writing, often for me that just doesn't work. I have to just get in a place where I kind of just spit it out, and then you rewrite and rewrite. So, you write kind of nonsense the first time round with melody and chords, and then the next time round you go in and fill those words in. And yeah, it's cool. It's an old as hell technique. I mean, the Beatles use this. Luke's show kicked ass. I was actually worried I got a little too lit. I was having an extremely good time, and at one point I was with my mate and I was screaming along to one of the songs, and the people in front of me gave me the dirtiest look. They looked back and they're like, I don't know, maybe God. I loved it. It was amazing. I actually started recording this album last year, I think at the end of October, early November. And then I just wanted to get started because I knew I wanted to make it and release it early this year. So I just wanted a thing to kind of a launch pad. So I wrote The Canyon and I wrote Breakup, and then I went on a 3-month holiday. And then I came back with a vengeance. I got back to the US, and within the next week I was in sessions again with John Feldman, and I finished Blood on the Drums. So yeah, I'm doing good. Existing, doing my best to release this music the best I can. Obviously that comes with waves of emotion. Sometimes you feel afraid, other times you feel empowered and freaking awesome and excited, and then other times you're like, oh God, what am I doing? Just general waves, but we're doing good. We're doing good. And just grateful people are actually listening, and always grateful to be releasing art. I would love, and you guys know I love singer-songwriters, storytellers. I just kind of want to get out there with my acoustic and go and play tiny freaking venues and just have real intimate shows all over Europe first. I would love to do. For me, it was definitely The Canyon. The Canyon's to tape, so not really any editing, not really any tuning. So yeah, it was quite difficult, quite a long process, and a really exhausting. It took me about 3 days to fully record all the instrumentation and the vocals with Matt. And it's a gorgeous song. I think it's my best recording, so I can't wait for you to hear it. But that comes out on the second half of the record. I'm one of those weird people. I don't eat breakfast. I don't really eat till about 3 p.m. Sometimes 4 or 5 p.m. But that's just the way my engine runs. I'll be in one of my suits, either my black suit or my black suit. I'll be honest with you, I really didn't realize CDs were popping still. I must be out of the loop. I haven't used a CD in about, it has to be 10 years. Actually, no. Super diverse record. It actually cruises through multiple genres, from folk to contemporary pop to hard rock. Has a drum and bass moment. It's crazy. Yeah. These days, obviously, listener attention span is smaller. Not yours in particular, but general people's is smaller, and people just don't have the time to digest a big project like that. So, and then 15 other reasons. I mean, I'm an independent artist, so just want to release stuff at a good pace where people that are interested can actually listen and dig it. And then also, there's conceptual layers too. The Thorns and the Roses, part 1 and 2. Conceptually, you'll hear soon, lyrically, this all ties in and makes sense. Absolutely. Australia is probably the best place on earth. I actually got a message the other day, and my mate says to me, make sure you tell people if you're going to be playing Super Bloom or not. And of course, I'll be playing at least 3 or 4, maybe even 5. Maybe I'll just totally overdo it and play the whole of both albums. One night only. So just leave them just done. They never want to hear you again once they leave this gig. They're like, that's enough. Very good question. Not to flex, but I did. I went to lessons and discovered that I actually am quite the natural with the bow. They say if you have archers or hunters in your ancestry, you actually pick it up way quicker. So I picked this sucker up quick. So the Ashtons 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, a million years ago must have been mighty good with a little bow and arrow. So it's nice to get in touch with my roots. Only if you do first. Go on, do it right in front of me. Go bald. Go bald right now. Do it. Go bald. Sim. Brigadeiro, churrasco, muito gostoso. I can't remember shit. I can't remember anything. I have major brain fog. Oh, frick. I got some music videos, don't you even worry about that, alright? There's a whole lot of them. Of course I can. Hey, how's it going? Callum's doing good. He's handsome, exceptionally talented. He's a self-made guy. Yeah, genius level IQ. Hung like, yeah, man, who hasn't? They're programming us with that shit. They're like, listen to this. It's like that in espresso. It's like, I can't escape. I am in the Taylor Swift espresso universe. Actually, no. Sandy, public, risk of getting arrested, mainly the sand. It's just slightly behind the beat, keeping that pocket. Sing every single day. Don't waste a minute. From the minimum up, I'm doing little vocal exercises, singing along to stuff all day. Every single day. You don't get better at singing without singing. I don't. I play instruments instead. And you may not know, but I'm almost blind in my right eye. So video games I'm not good at them. I'm just a burden. Like, I used to play with the guys and be like, oh, fuck, all right, Ash. Like, 1 round, but you're bringing us down, you know. I'm not the guy you're going for the high scores with. Resilience. Well, the way I've been testing blood on the drums, I've literally been driving around for months, cranking that shit in my car. For this album, I thought of the name first, and the rest followed. I was so excited. I remember the minute I left the studio, I got a bounce of the session, and it took me all day. It was like a 16-hour day in the studio. And I felt so amazingly accomplished and happy that I had written a song with the right vibe I was going for. I heard all my influences in it, and I heard the loudest version of my contemporary music self. I felt so stoked. Hey, you're cool too. Finally, a question I can put my whole back into. Kill Callum. Marry Barack Obama, and kiss Henry Cavill. If I wasn't Twilight Core enough, already for a kid that used to go to the midnight screenings of that shit. I'm actually allergic to silver as well, like a little werewolf. How cool is that? All right, I've punished the timeline enough. Thanks for asking me questions. You really get me thinking about things, and it's lovely to speak with you. Most of you are very funny and ridiculous, but thank you for all the insightful questions. I'm just stoked right now. Thank you so much for listening to the new song. It's got well over 100,000 plays already. That's freaking awesome. And I cannot wait for next week. You'll get the first half of my album. But yeah, blood on the drums, baby. Love you guys.